Taurus, welcome to Monarch Intuition, and today I'm going to be doing your January 2023 monthly check-in reading for you. So I just tried to do your reading, and I kept messing it up. I kept tripping over my words, and I finally realized I was supposed to give you a message and then get into a reading. So I'm going to give you the message first of the previous reading and then do a new one for you. The message of the previous reading was being traditional. You pulled the Devil card, and you pulled the Hierophant right after. So the Devil card represents being chained to addictions and things like that, right? Going around in circles, not really sure how you pay off the devil. It gives you some sort of happiness, but it's an illusion of happiness. It's not actually happiness for you. But then you have the Hierophant card representing tradition, right? So your major arcana that I pulled for you was the Devil, which was like the overarching theme. But the Hierophant was there representing tradition and order. So what I'm seeing for you, because I actually saw a meme earlier this week. It said, everyone's getting their tax returns back, and some of you want to go on vacation, but some of you need to get your teeth fixed. And that was, you know, a rude picture, and, you know, but it is true, okay? And that's what the theme was. It's you have a really good year coming up for you, Taurus, if you get rid of the things that are not traditional, because you do rule tradition. You rule the Hierophant card. You are the concept of structure, order, and, you know, having things fall into a hierarchy category, okay? So if you are out of order, if you are not balanced, if you don't have structure within your life, if you are not a traditional type of person, then things are going to fall apart really quickly. And I gave the example of this. And I've talked about it before, but I feel like this is very critical for you coming up. You need to get things in your life. If you have to go out and buy an outfit right here for work or for whatever, if you have to buy an outfit, not because you want to buy an outfit, but if you have to, buy something that you can wear multiple different ways, all right? And even if you can't afford, you know, Louboutins or this, that, and the other, buy something that looks traditional, that fits your budget, that you can wear multiple different outfits, that you can kind of change it up, all right? For example, you could go out and buy a bunch of Shein stuff and whatever, has studs and sequences, and it's kind of cheap and tacky, it fits for like a day, it's club clothes, right? Or you can buy stuff that's, you know, still within that same budget, but it looks more, you know, you could wear it to your workplace, you could wear it to a funeral, you could wear it to a restaurant, like this jacket right here. As you can see, I'm wearing a tank top underneath it, but this jacket right here was $3. And you can wear it. It has a zipper on it, a gold zipper, and that's it. But it's sleek, it's elegant, you know, but it wasn't like out of budget. And that's kind of what I'm seeing for you, is buying things because that's what you're gonna need. You're gonna need to look a more traditional sense for something for what's going on in the year. So you're going to be plagued with all these, you know, glamorous things that are just not going to be what you truly want. And so what you need to understand with the Hierophant energy is that if it's not what you want, don't get it. Like if you go to a store and they say, well, we have it in a bigger size, but it's not your size, like say you have to go a size up, but it doesn't really fit you properly, then don't get it. Order it online. Wait a little bit. Wait a little bit longer for what you want. If you can't get it immediately, then say, wait, all right? If it doesn't fit you, wait. But it's also representing that you need to be on a, you know, like a structured sleep pattern, a structured, you know, vitamin regimen, taking care of yourself. Because remember, summer bodies are made in the winter. It is what it is. Now, I'm not saying that you need to go out there and make a New Year's resolution, because those usually don't fucking work. But it's more or less coming to that conclusion for yourself that you know you need to change. For example, a drug addict, you can try to take them to rehab, you can take them wherever you want to, right? But unless they come to the conclusion for themselves that they need to change, they're not going to. So you're going to have to come to the conclusion, do you want all this other stuff over here, or do you want to take care of yourself in a more traditional sense? Do you want to look more traditional? Do you want to be able, because you can still look elegant and sleek and, you know, kind of slinky and sexy and whatever by looking, you know, just in a more traditional variation of things. You don't have to have, you know, extremely low cut, whatever, and, you know, do all of that, right? So that's what I'm seeing for you. It's that It's the traditional thing of Taurus that's what brings out your sexual appeal. Whether you're man or whether you're woman, all right? So that's kind of what I'm seeing, is that don't be polarized by everything else, because you have a very good looking year for you, Taurus, all right? It's going to be very, very well thought out. You and Aries are going to have very nice, beautiful situations going on. Career, money, love. But you have to come to that conclusion. What is in your life right here that's pulling you away from that traditional sense? It could be as simple as something as you want to dye your hair purple. Is that really going to get you where you want, though? Because you can have a more, you know, natural tone and have like a cool haircut to go along with it and still get what you want. All right? You don't have to, you know, sacrifice individuality, because you can still be individual and still look beautiful and still whatever in a traditional sense, and still have, you know, the nice job, the nice partner, the nice career, or you could give it all up for just vain glory. So anyway, what's going on for the sign of Taurus? What do we need to know for you? You have Justice, balancing out the scales. Understanding that there has to be a stable medium. And I feel like that's what you need to understand, is that traditional does not mean being a prude, all right? In fact, there are plenty of traditional movies, if you look at like the 1920s, 30s, and 40s, they had beautiful outfits. They had beautiful looks to them. And that's kind of like what you rule, is you rule that old traditional style beauty sense, okay? Like that pinup style, or that old 1920s, 30s look. They had very nice cut clothes, very, you know, attractiveness about them. Man and woman, right? That's the balance right there. That's what you need to seek. Now, you could also be facing, you know, a situation where you're going to receive justice. Justice is on your side, hopefully. But let's clarify this energy for you. And the reason I'm giving you this message, I know that it kind of sounds similar to some of the other ones that I've given you, but it's very important coming up with, you know, this new tax season, with, you know, how your year is going to play out. And that's why I want to reiterate that for you, is that your year is supposed to be good. Just don't overdo it. Just don't say, oh, I want to have the stars and the moon and everything else. No, figure out what you truly desire and go after that. For example, have you ever found a perfume that was just perfect? And that's the one that, like, it matches your pheromones? Like, there are certain colognes and perfumes out there that when you spray them, they mix with your own pheromones, your own natural scent, and they smell really good on certain people. And I kind of feel like that's what you need to understand right there, Taurus, is that you don't need to go after all these other things, you know, Chanel release number 6, number 7, number 12, whatever the fuck. Stick with the one that is good for you. Stick with the traditional one that works. All right? Don't try to go out and try new things. Go with what you know works for your body, for your house, for whatever. Because I kind of feel like people are going to be wanting that stable energy. You have the Ace of Cups in reversed. You have the King of Pentacles in reversed. And you have the Ace of Pentacles upright. Don't go chasing just random things right here, because remember, the ace starts and it ends, so it's technically 1, but it also kind of counts as 0 because it ends something and begins again. So when I see this, don't start new situations that you think are going to work out for you that look beautiful, because it's going to leave you kind of feeling sad. You're going to be looking at the situation saying, that's not what I truly want, because you want this Ace of Pentacles upright. You don't want the illusion or the fantasy or the emotional glamour. You want what works for you. The Ace of Pentacles works. The Ace of Cups is an emotional sense. And that's where this justice energy is because you have two aces that are coming out, two feminine aces. And one is on the emotional side that represents, you know, like impulsiveness. And one is on the more traditional sense, the one that is of the earth, the one that works for you, the one that you know grows something and you know that it's tried and true. So I kind of feel like you want to switch it up and you're saying, this New Year's resolution, I'm going to, you know, cut off all my hair. I'm going to, you know, buy, buy the lowest cut clothing, you know, whatever it is. No. You don't need to change everything up. Make small changes here and there. If you want to go to the gym, start going to the gym. If you want to, you know, buy a new outfit, or if you want to do something like that, make sure it sits in that traditional sense for you. Sits in that traditional allure, appeal. So what's going on with this Ace of Cups? The Eight of Wands and the Strength. The Ace of Cups in reverse with the Eight of Wands and the Strength. It's like you want to make fast action, but something's holding you back. It's almost like right before you make a bad decision right here, something is going to hold you back, Taurus, and say, no, 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 not that. And you're going to maybe even get frustrated and say, well, what can I have? I think that's what the problem is, Taurus, is that you're starting to get frustrated because maybe, you know, you want to buy something and maybe certain things keep happening during Mercury retrograde. For example, electronics go out all the time. Like, say you want to buy something on Amazon and you're about to put in your credit card information and all of a sudden it resets the page and all of your stuff that you had, maybe you had like 50 items in your cart, it's all gone. That right there is meant to say, don't do it right now. That's not it. And you're kind of sitting there and you're mad. You're like, well, what can I have? You can have what works, not what is just appealing at the moment. It's almost saying that you're wanting to go after the cheap things instead of the things that you know that work for you. It's like you're trying to get the same thing at a cheaper price, but it's not working. It's like a different brand. It's like the off-brand of something. You have Justice coming out with the Four of Pentacles. Yeah, holding on to your pentacles right here. Holding on to things until justice balances out the scales for you. Until you actually know what's actually going to work for you, in a sense. It could be that it's out of stock, and that's what's making you upset, so you want to go after something that's cheaper, that's, you know, I'll try this out. No, it's not going to work out for you, Taurus. Hold on. The Ace of Pentacles, the Fool, and the Queen of Pentacles. Brand new beginnings right here, but in a traditional sense. Okay? The Queen of Pentacles wants you to grow something, and she wants you to have fun, and she wants you to be folly and whatever, but at the same time, you need to understand that it has to be able to work multiple different ways. It has to be a tree. A tree doesn't just grow one branch, it grows multiple branches, but it connects at the center of something. That's what I was saying about, you know, buying an outfit that you can change up multiple times. You have the sunlight coming out with the star, with the Hierophant. Very traditional sense of things. It's going to be a great year for you, okay? That's the thing that you have to understand right here. But don't give in to impulses. Only go with what you know works, what is traditional for you. And this could be with people too. Don't take chances on people who you just kind of feel are all right? Well, I want to give them a chance. No. Why do you want to just give them a chance? What have they done? What have they proven to you that makes you want to get off of your throne to seek some sort of connection right here? I'm not saying to be arrogant about a situation, but like, know your own worth. And that's what I think that you're missing right here, Taurus, is not knowing your own worth. You are the Hierophant. You are meant to have nice things. For example, the Pope or the Queen or anything like that. They have, you know, crowns and jewels and things of that nature, right? They have golden scepters. They only have like 1 or 2 of each, but I mean, who else has a golden scepter? Who else has a golden crown? Regardless of if you wore that golden crown and golden scepter every single day, people will still be jealous because it's a golden crown and a golden scepter with jewels that they'll never afford. Like, that's the situation. It's traditional. It's only 1 or 2 of a situation, but at the same time, it's something that is so perfect for you. It makes you stand out. These things over here are not going to make you stand out. They're just impulsive, all right? And that's what you want. You want to stand out from the crowd right here with the sunlight energy, but having that same mystery and appeal, because the star kind of represents, you know, that 1920s, 30s, 40s hazy look with that Hierophant energy. It makes you stand out. Go and look at some of the old actors and actresses during those time periods when they're kind of giving their monologues and how just stunning it looked with like their jewels and, you know, that energy, right? And that's kind of what I'm seeing for you is to embody right here. You have the 5 of Swords, you have the Page of Swords, and you have the 4 of Wands. Don't get involved in situations that are just pointless, okay? Don't get involved in pointless situations right here. Don't give your time and attention to energy. Even if you know that you're right about something, just learn to walk away and have your own appeal. Because it's kind of like, you know, someone might say, oh, Taurus is boring, oh, Taurus is this, that, and the other, but you're the one who looks beautiful. If you didn't look beautiful, people might not say anything. People always have something negative to say to people who are standing in their power, who are beautiful, because they want to tear them down because they're not them, all right? That's just jealousy 101. So, it's all just about, like, 2023 is a conservative energy for you. And the way that you look. And the way that your mannerisms are. You have the Devil coming out. You have the Page of Pentacles and the 5 of Wands. But the Devil's trying to make you fight over something that is pointless. Okay? The Devil wants you to give your pentacles to things that are just, you know, flashy and fun, like Page energy. Wants you to give your time, your attention, your things to that. Use this as a catalyst to better yourself. I kind of feel like, in a way, if you feel lonely right here, that's a perfect time to go and do some sit-ups. If you feel like, you know, use that energy of despair as a catalyst to make yourself better. Elegance, class, that mystique behind it. The Empress, the 9 of Wands, and the Knight of Wands. Yep. You're pulling your own energy. Remember, the Empress balances out with Libra. Justice is being pulled twice. Empress is Taurus and Libra. That is how you move forward. It's like this beautiful, elegant, mysterious thing that is kind of dangerous with the 9 of Wands. And the Knight of Wands is kind of like that passionate thing. It's like that femme fatale energy. But it's not like, you know, super femme fatale, kind of like a Catwoman. But it's more, gosh, I don't know. I don't really watch superhero movies. But you know what I'm talking about. Ooh, Devil Wears Prada. That's a good one. So it's not like, you know, Catwoman, but it's the Devil Wears Prada. Or Cruella de Vil's, you know, boss. That dangerous side, but it's beautiful, it's traditional, it's that... I don't know how to explain it. And that's what you need to rule towards. That's what you need to embody. You have the Ten of Cups, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Five of Cups coming out. But you're still sad. You're still sad about, like, what you're missing out on, but you're not missing out on anything, Taurus. You have the Ten of Cups coming out, right? Happiness in your own garden. But you seem that you're missing out, like, on maybe, you know, love, commitment, things of that nature, but what's behind you is the commitment. It's like by you making these changes to suit your own self, to suit your highest self right here, to stand in your own power, to be beautiful, to have this, you know, mystique, but this traditional thing about you, you've turned around from the Three of Cups and saying, this is now what I want in a partner. I want something that is more traditional. By you making these changes yourself, by you understanding how much time and effort it goes into doing that, that's what you start to desire. You don't desire cheap anymore. Because when you start buying, you know, the nice things in life, you're going to start saying, well, why do I want to wear this out to a smoky bar? Why do I want to, you know, get sweaty in this? You stop going after the page energy. You stop doing, you know, the getting drunk in Miami and start going to, like, high rises in New York. Because you treat yourself better. You understand who you are. You understand that you're embodying the Empress energy, whether male or female. Because regardless of if you're male or female, remember the Empress rules your sign. You have the Hierophant as well, male or female. You have the Five of Pentacles with the Knight of Pentacles. The Five of Pentacles is actually good. It represents staying together through thick and thin, but finding the light in the end. And that's kind of what I'm feeling for you, is that you do want something that's for better or for worse. You want something that is traditional. You want someone who will stay with you for rich, for poor, better or worse, right? And I don't feel like you're going to have it going into Leo's base energy. And let me tell you, as a Leo, it's not where you want to be. Especially when it's attached to the devil. You have the opportunity right here. But I think that in a way, Taurus, you're saying, well, those types of people are boring. They're really not. Let me tell you about it. Early 1900s people were fucking, like, wild. 1920s people, they're pretty wild. Understand that. They were traditional, but they were wild people. Alright? They were doing prohibition, they were, you know, whatever. But at the same time, even outside of that, on like a more spiritual aspect, secret societies were like a big deal back then. A lot of them were like, you know, going and doing seances and whatever. Like, they looked so traditional, but they were like deep into like out there stuff. And that's kind of what I'm seeing for you, is that once you understand who you are and once you start seeking out people like that, you're going to realize that those people are a lot different than what you're, you know, assuming about them. Okay? You have Nymph, Promiscuity, Toad, Fortune. Yeah, you can have Cup energy or you can have Money energy. Choose. Cups, Ace of Cups on this side in reverse. Promiscuity, Toad, Fortune, Ace of Pentacles. Things that work for you. And even the Promiscuity with the Nymph card is telling you to walk away from that. Vampire, Emotional Intelligence, Zombie, Control. It's in a way kind of like vampire energy. Vampires are always pretty in movies, aren't they? Zombie, control. Release old control over a situation and don't let anyone have control over you. Understand that the glamour of the devil is probably what is trying to keep you chained to a situation. Remember, nymphs are like fairies. They do have, you know, that allure to them that draws people in, but that's the whole point of them, is that they want you to, you know, be promiscuous. Like, nymphomania is a word. Right? And if you're a male, then it would be satyromania. Because nymphs and satyrs, they had a lot of sex together. So, and the devil is basically based off of a satyr from Greek mythology. So, that's what I'm seeing for you, is releasing control over this, you know, things that don't work and going with what truly does work. You want to find the thing that'll stick with you, you know, rich, poor, better, health, whatever. That's going to be within a traditional sense. And you're judging whatever the situation is. You're like, well, they're not fun. They're not like these people. Oh, let me tell you what, they are more fun. And they'll rock your world. So, you have animals and you have peace. Focus on your peace right here. Focus on the animals. Focus on, you know, maybe just going outside, paying attention. Maybe you need an animal. I'm not saying that you need to have one within your life, but pay attention to your dreams right here. But definitely focus on your peace. Focus on the things that are going to allow you to have a good night's sleep. Focus on going home and, you know, taking off your makeup. That's a big deal, as a lot of people don't take off their makeup, and that ages you a lot. Like, they'll go drink in, have a good night, and then go pass out at home with their makeup caked on their face, smelling like cigarette smoke, all that stuff just leaking into your body. That's so bad for you, all right? Yeah, you look good in your 20s, but you're not going to look good when you're in your 40s. And that's kind of what I'm seeing for you, is that Taurus is about aging gracefully as well. Taurus is about having beauty through timeless ages, all right? You can find the beauty in the early 1900s just like you can find the beauty in early 2023 or 2020s, right? So, you have Hagalaz, hail, destruction, damage, distress, setback, inner crisis, doubt, and transformation. Let's look at that card in a second. And says, open your mind, connect with the higher power, broaden your horizons, and invoke wisdom. I just saw the devil again. High Priestess, Hermit, Five of Cups. So what I'm seeing for you right now, Taurus, is to be aware as well of destruction. Like, really keen on that, all right? And maybe that's what you need to understand for yourself, is maybe you don't need to... It's talking about being traditional, right? But traditional doesn't always just have to be about the way that you dress. It can also represent insurance, okay? Car insurance, things of that nature. That's what I'm seeing for you. The whole goal of the clothes things was to get you into a position that would allow you to function in a very good society. And I think that's what you have to be aware of right here, is that the reason you need to do this right here is that there is going to be destruction, but you need to be able to be one step ahead of that, okay? And when I say one step ahead of that, I'm talking about, you know, if there is a food crisis, what are you going to do? Tradition would be to be able to grow your own food. Maybe you're able to get a plot of land for maybe $2,000 and you get a $3,000, I don't know how much people get back. Like, I've never gotten a $3,000 tax return back. I've never even gotten like a very good amount tax return back, but maybe you're able to get $2,000 to $3,000 within tax return. You could get an acre of land for $2,000 and put the other money away, maybe buy some chickens or whatever, buy some cages. Like, that's kind of what I'm seeing for you, is that preparing in a traditional sense is what's important. Knowing what you need versus what you want. Preparing for the rainy day that's coming. Death. there is a big change coming. I don't think it's going to be... I don't think it's happening to you, like, or anyone in your family. I just think that there's a massive change, a massive ending to things that are happening within the 2023. Because remember, I talked about those storms that were coming, and they happened, and then the tornadoes came, and they happened, because I was watching, like, about... Before the news was reporting, I was watching it, like, maybe 2 weeks prior, listening to, you know, people who have YouTube channels about this kind of stuff, right? And so that's when I also saw, like, there was going to be a food shortage when it comes to corn and wheat and things of that nature. There could be a cotton shortage. We're obviously having an egg shortage now. And I've been talking about, you know, get some fucking chickens, right? I told y'all that. So, like, 6 months ago. That's what I'm seeing for you right here. This is the time, I feel like, you know, people are going to get their tax returns back. People are going to, you know, whatever. Maybe people are getting some insurance money because of damages, whatever, right? Take this money, instead of buying shit that you think is going to help you, buy exactly what you're going to need. And if you need an outfit to get into a job, so that way you can buy the things that you truly need, then okay, that's fine. But it's definitely not just all these other things that are like, you know, I want to get some cheap earrings. Oh, I want to, you know, buy some fucking body lotion because they have a 3 for $25 deal. I don't know what the fuck. So that's what I'm seeing for you, Taurus, right there. You have manifestation and hello void. So it's like you're calling in things from the void right here. You're calling in your own manifestations. And maybe that's what you need to start doing. You need to start peering into the unknown and seeing what you can manifest from that. It's like, instead of saying, I'm going to manifest for what I want, manifest for what is yet to come. And that's what you can also do, Taurus, is instead of saying, I'm going to manifest for a mansion, I'm going to manifest for what is practical. And that is actually how, you know, manifestations can really come into play and really work for you. Instead of just giving all your energy into saying, these are the things that I want, say to the universe, I'm manifesting the things that I'm truly going to need. Even if I don't understand it right now, I will understand it later. Brilliance. So that's what I'm seeing for you, is manifesting what is actually going to be, you know, a gem for your life. Because that's what brilliance represents. It's the diamond. It's multifaceted. It's that one piece that I was talking about, that one piece of clothes that could be worn multiple different ways, or a diamond, you know, has all these different facets to it. Regardless of which way you look at it, it's going to reflect the light, right? So that's what I'm seeing for you, Taurus. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this reading, and I'll talk to you later.